Welcome to WFAA News at 4 this Tuesday. I'm Morgan Young. Let's get right to some breaking news this afternoon. 2 gas line breaks in Denton County. This is in Lake Dallas. The first, Atmos confirms a construction crew unrelated to the company damaged one of their natural gas pipelines near City Hall. That building was evacuated and nearby residents advised to stay inside. And just minutes ago, the city confirms a second gas line has been hit at the intersection of Hunley Drive and Shady Shores Road. This is near Lake Dallas Middle School and Lake Dallas Elementary, both of which are in session this week. And here's a look at the map showing the closures for parents still needing to pick up kids from the middle school. The city advises heading east on Main Street to Lakeview, then to Hunley and into the school parking lot from there. There already was construction in that area that started yesterday, so if you can, you'll want to avoid that area. We are, of course, monitoring the situation. We'll bring you updates as we get them. More breaking news we are following: a wildfire in Montague County. It is in Bowie, about 60 miles northwest of Fort Worth. Montague County Emergency Communications tells us firefighters on scene have stopped forward progress of the fire, but an evacuation of folks near FM 174 and 287 remains in effect as extensive mop-up is still needed. We will continue to follow this and bring you the update as needed. Turning our attention now to Cassie Hyder, who is here. Cassie, you know, a lot going on in our area right now, and something you're paying attention to is our high wind that we're experiencing.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little breezy. It hasn't been terribly windy today, so that's at least working in our favor when we're talking about the wildfires. And we talked about there being that elevated wildfire threat yesterday, and we still have that. And we may even have that for the next several days until, well, one, the wind dies down, and also until we can actually get some decent rainfall around here. So looking at the sustained wind right now around Bowie, it's at 18 miles an hour, but you can see some wind just to the north and west of that around 26, and that's sustained. So right now we have a wind gust of up to 26 miles an hour in Bowie. There's a 35 in Decatur, a 39 in Archer City. Now in downtown Dallas, it's still breezy, just not terribly windy, but it's also been very dry. So right now that relative humidity only at 19%. So it is very dry. At times it's a little windy in that northwest part of North Texas. So that's obviously not good for us. Those are definitely those elevated wildfire conditions. Right now, we're at 62 degrees. We've seen lots of sunshine, certainly warmer than yesterday. We're at 63 degrees in Denton. I promise you it's not 45 in Decatur, but it's 61 in Gainesville, 61 degrees right now in McKinney. Satellite and radar showing all the sunshine that we've had today. Not expecting a whole lot going on over the next several days. Temperatures tonight, it's going to get chilly. We're dropping down to about 45 degrees tomorrow morning, and it's going to remain breezy overnight tonight. Tomorrow, even warmer. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Stacia, what's traffic look like?
Yeah, let's take a look. So just going through some cameras, I want to go ahead and punch up something that just happened. You see traffic is heavy along 635. This just happened along I-35 in Louisville, so just north of Carrollton. You do have an accident there, and it's slowing things down along the service road. In fact, right now it doesn't look like anyone's getting through. This is the right shot. So 35E southbound at Frankfort, the main lanes are open, the service road not so much, and traffic there not really affected since the main lanes are moving along. You have a slight area of yellow, but it's not again blocking anyone who's trying to move through the main corridor there. But if you exit the service road just before the George Bush Turnpike along 35E southbound, then it could affect you. You're not going to really have anywhere to go. So they have shut that down. We'll let you know when that clears up. That just happened. And just looking at a couple more cameras, you know, pretty close to this area down to the south, we were watching some road work along I-20. That looks like it is starting to pan out. 635 southbound traffic through Mesquite. That is very heavy right now. An active area of construction. One lane is blocked, and it doesn't take much there to back things up. Morgan?
All right, Stacia, thank you. A North Texas town is in mourning this evening after the loss of a beloved City of Paradise firefighter and most of his family. They died in a crash in Cook County, and just one little girl, the firefighter's daughter, survived. Now the community is rallying around her. Our Scoop Jefferson reports.
North Texas firefighter Cooper Bailey lived close by, so he spent a lot of time here at the firehouse. His department now grieving after that crash on March 14th that claimed his life. Officials in Paradise say Cooper Bailey died in the crash Saturday evening along with his wife and one of their children. Their vehicle was involved in a devastating wreck along a roadway in Cook County. One surviving child is recovering at Cook Children's Medical Center. His fellow firefighters say Bailey served with dedication, answering calls and putting others first in this tight-knit community. His coworkers also shared his huge impact on their small fire department.
Great guy to be around. He was, he lightened up the room. He lightened up the room when he came in, when he stepped in. He lightened the atmosphere, regardless of what was going on.
It's going to be a big change. You know, he was our family, and it's not going to be the same. I mean, we're not going to be able to replace him. He's irreplaceable.
His co-workers shared photos saying the firehouse will never be the same without Cooper as they remember his service and sacrifice. And emergency service workers here and elsewhere tell me they hope to surpass fundraising goals to help raise money for his daughter who survived that crash. In Paradise, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
And funeral prayers were held today for an Afghan father living here who died less than 24 hours after being detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Family, friends, and the community gathered today at a Richardson mosque. According to ICE, Mohammed Pakjawal started complaining of chest pains while in custody Friday night. ICE says he was taken to Parkland for treatment where he died the next morning. The agency says he was arrested during a targeted enforcement action. And just in, a federal judge has ordered Texas to extend the application deadline for the new education freedom accounts or school vouchers. It was supposed to be tonight at midnight, but according to our partners at the Texas Tribune, the judge ordered it be extended to March 31st. This comes after 4 Muslim parents and 3 Islamic private schools sued, arguing the new law discriminates because it excludes them from the program. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has been subpoenaed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's Jeffrey Epstein probe. The Republican-led panel wants to depose Bondi about her role in the release of the Epstein files. A DOJ spokesperson called the subpoena completely unnecessary and did not say whether the Attorney General will comply. This deposition is set for April 14th. Well, strikes continue across the Middle East amid the ongoing war with Iran. Israel announcing it killed Iran's top security official. The U.S. Embassy in Baghdad also targeted by drones during an attack. This all happening as a ship carrying American Marines makes its way to the Middle East and as gas prices continue to soar across the U.S. Michael Yoshida reports.
Defense systems firing at projectiles near the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, Iraq. Diplomatic headquarters, an oil field, hotel, and other facilities all reportedly targeted by Iran. The early morning attacks happening as Israel announced it had killed Ali Larijani, Iran's top security official. Also reportedly killed a leader of Iran's paramilitary, which was part of violent crackdowns on protesters in January.
This is a big deal, taking these 2 out. If killing Khamenei was kind of a 10, I'd say this is an 8.5.
Flight and shipping disruptions continuing across the Middle East. Several airlines extending flight cancellations, and NATO allies deciding not to send ships to help secure the region's waterways.
I think NATO's making a very foolish mistake, and I've long said that, I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test, because we don't need them, but they should have been there.
Impacts to the Strait of Hormuz continuing to cause surging gas prices, up to an average of $3.79 a gallon, according to AAA. And it could get worse.
You've got a combination of higher demand, summer blend gasoline, and rising crude oil prices. So that means spring and summer are going to be your highest times for gas prices.
Tuesday, a top Trump-appointed U.S. intelligence official resigned. Joe Kent, a staunch Trump supporter, writing in part, "I cannot in good conscience support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear that we started this war due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby." The White House called that claim absurd. In Washington, Michael Yoshida.
The war may force another change in the upcoming FIFA World Cup. The Iranian ambassador in Mexico City says his country is negotiating with FIFA to move Iran's 3 group stage matches to Mexico. 2 of those are set for Inglewood, California, the 3rd for Seattle. Last week, President Trump discouraged the Iranian team from attending the tournament, citing safety concerns.